So welcome, Celeste. Thank you for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the tea.
Of course.
Sorry I'm so sweaty, I just came from yoga.
Oh, so are you into yoga?
Yeah, I am. I've been practicing for about 10 years and
Wow.
yeah, it's pretty important to me, health and...
Just kind of wanted to start off with what brought you in today. Why are you seeking career counseling at this time?
Well, let's see, I'm a bookkeeper and I've been doing that for about 20 years and I'm pretty good at it, but I'm just, it's really not satisfying me right now. I feel kind of like boxed in and I'd like to try something new, I think, but I'm kind of scared of it too.
So it sounds like bookkeeping is pretty rigid, and that's something that isn't really a good fit for you.
Yeah, it's really rigid. I already know what I'm doing. There's nothing to discover. The only place to go from here is if I wanted to go into management at this firm, but I don't really have any interest in that. So I'm just kind of bored. My kids have gone off to college and I don't know, I just don't really want to do it anymore. But I also I'm really afraid to change too, because it's been a really good job for me.
Yeah, and changes can be scary too, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So on one hand, there's, you're searching for something new. It sounds like you're pretty bored and want to learn new things, and also learning new things and trying new things is kind of scary just because it's unknown. And you've been in bookkeeping for 20 years now, so it sounds like you have a pretty good understanding of what's been going on, and nothing new for the past 20 years.
Yeah, and it's like it's just doesn't even fit my personality. Like I'm more into creativity and the arts and helping people, and it's just like doing the books, and it's not really working, I don't think.
So it sounds like it's not really meeting your needs right now, but it must have met your needs at some point, because you were staying there you had stayed there for so long. And 20 years, that's a long time to stay at a company. So I'm wondering, what were the positives of staying there, and even if it doesn't fit your personality?
Yeah, so at the time I really needed something stable. I was a single mom and I had to choose something that I could study really quickly and then had good job security and was going to pay a lot. And so it really didn't fit me from the start, but I needed that job stability, the comfort of knowing it was there. And I'm pretty okay at math, so I was able to, kind of use that skill to get it going. But, if I wasn't a single mom, I probably would have chosen a different field. And I don't even really know what that would be at this point, because I haven't had time to explore who I am and what I need.
Yeah, it sounds like you were providing for your children for a long time by yourself, being a single mother, and bookkeeping was definitely a way of having that security of yourself and your children.
Yeah, because I couldn't count on their dad, tell you what.
So it sounds like you weren't even able to focus on yourself at all in the past 20 years, maybe even before you even started bookkeeping. It sounds like you weren't able to really explore yourself.
I got pregnant at the end of high school, so I've never had a chance, so I just, I was pretty lucky just to be able to do that, go get my associates. I did waitressing for a while, and that was good, but the hours weren't really working out with the kids, because I had to work all these nights, and I just didn't really want that lifestyle. I wanted to be home for them when they got home, and now I'm just kind of come home from work and none of the kids are there, and it's kind of outlived its purpose.
So I'm wondering, kind of what you might be interested in, just in general? Do you have any, like, a sense of things that interest you, or different careers, or if you wanted to stay in the bookkeeping position and just trying to find ways of changing that environment?
Do you think that would be possible?
There are ways that people can change the. With the bookkeeping position, it sounded like before it was meeting the needs of security and being able to provide for you and your children, and it was very stable. And at this point, it sounds like that's not something that that's not the forefront anymore, and that your needs have changed.
And I have all this extra time on my hands and space, because before having the kids, it would tax my reserves, and so I just wanted to just do the job. It was kind of easy for me, and then just come home. And now I love exploring new ideas. I recently joined a theater group, and I love yoga, and there's so many things that I am interested in that aren't bookkeeping.
Yeah, it sounds like you're interested in a lot of physical movement, and
yes. I mean, you could probably just see by my gestures. And
right.
yes, I love, I'm kind of fairly physical, but and I also love people, and it'd be nice to be able to help people, not just with their taxes or.
Right.
So
connecting more with people instead of because it sounds like you can help people when you're helping with their taxes, but it's not really a connection that you're making there with them.
Yeah, it's like there's something else I want out of that.
We'll meet next week and do those assessments that I was talking about, and after next week, the week after, we'll be able to look at the results and go over them.
Yeah, this is so exciting. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Great, I can't wait for next week either.
I'm gonna take tons of assessments. I love assessments.
So, welcome back, Celeste.
Hello.
Last week we did the assessments, and I have the results.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
What did you love about it?
I just loved, I don't know, made me think about myself and what kind of things I'm interested in, and it was just interesting. I don't know. I like new things, so.
It sounds like maybe you haven't had a lot of time in the past 20 years to kind of really think about yourself and be really introspective, and you've had to take care of other people.
Exactly.
So this was kind of gave you some time to really explore.
I was really into being a good mom, and I didn't want my kids to suffer just because I was a single mom, so I worked really hard to,
Well, are you excited to see what we have here?
Yes, I do, I am!
Alright, so for that Strengths Quest assessment that you took, do you remember that one?
Yeah, the one online.
Yeah, so this one, it gives you 5 main strengths that you have.
Okay.
So the first one is ideation, which is people who are usually fascinated by ideas and love to see the connections between the ideas, and really seeing connections where most people wouldn't see the connections.
That does sound like me.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
The next one was empathy.
Okay.
Does that sound like that would be a good word for you?
Yes, I often kind of not feel other people's pain, but I get concerned with people, and I want to make sure they're okay, and I'm told a lot that I am pretty good at understanding things. That's a good point.
So the next one I have here is includer, and so that is someone who's really good at including others.
Oh, and bringing everyone together and making sure there's no one out.
Exactly.
Alone, and okay.
It sounds like you're pretty familiar with that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, I never would have thought of that, but yeah, like in yoga, I'm always trying to get the new people to feel kind more comfortable and safe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not my job, but I just do that. Yeah.
The next one is positivity.
Oh.
So that is kind of, in a nutshell, contagious enthusiasm.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that one. Haha, just kidding.
Yeah, so that's also a strength of yours.
Oh, awesome.
And there's that enthusiasm. The next one and the last one is woo. So that is being able to win people over, and really that also goes along with being the includer, and people really feel like they're included from you, included by you.
Yeah. I've been told I'm the nicest bookkeeper anyone's ever met.
Yeah.
And the most outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
Most bookkeepers aren't too outgoing, but at least the ones that I've worked with.
Mm-hmm. So you kind of see yourself as more of an extrovert, it sounds like.
I do, yes. That's why it's so hard to sit there
and
just be in my office alone and
crunch numbers.
Yeah, and working with the same people who I love, but I love meeting new people and having new experiences.
Yeah. Well, we go on to kind of like the Minnesota importance quotient that you took as well, the MIQ. That also talks about the values and the needs that you have in regards to the job that you would fit well with.
Okay.
And so it looks like you have a high autonomy value, and you also have a high altruism value. And so the needs that really fall under autonomy are creativity.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? Does that
kind
of ring true for you?
Yeah, that's definitely.
And then also in altruism, that's a need for wanting to help others.
Okay.
Really not getting really much in return for that, but just being open for others.
Yeah. Okay.
So with the values that you have from the MIQ and also the results that you have from the Strengths Quest, I have a few different job options that would be a good fit.
Okay.
At least from what the results are saying. And that doesn't mean that they would all be a good fit for you. You can always say that, nah, that doesn't really sound like that's for me, or...
Okay.
So the first one I have here is travel agent.
Oh, that would be pretty interesting. Helping people go on some exotic trips.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm wondering, is there a big job market for that though?
And there really isn't anymore. It's kind of decreasing.
Yeah, because most people, I always book online now.
It seems much cheaper and more efficient.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're pretty worried about having a job in the first place if you were to take a travel
I would
agent
hate
position.
to take a big leap and just, I do want some security, in jobs and, so what else is there?
The next one I have on here is a massage therapist.
Oh, that would be pretty fun. Although, I'd have to be quiet the whole time. I mean, usually it kind of seems like I would be in a similar situation where I'm sort of in a room all day.
Right, so you're helping someone by massaging them and any
Various
sort of
body
muscles.
parts. Yeah.
Yet you don't feel like you're connecting with them, it sounds like.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. I think I would be connecting with them through touch. Because touch, that's like our first sense that's developed, is our sense of touch. But the thing I'm worried about is that I'd be with someone, but I'd be in a quiet room. I'd be connecting with that person, or at least with their back, but I wouldn't be connecting as much, like I wouldn't be able to talk as much, and I'd still be stuck in this one room, kind of like an office, kind of like I do now.
Okay.
And that's what I really don't like.
So it sounds like office jobs are really not for you.
I don't want to be stuck in an office. I don't mind spending some time in an office, but I want to move. I want to see things and go places and meet people.
And so there's that really physical part of you that needs
Yeah.
to be moving, and you're very energetic, it looks like.
Yes, I am very energetic. I mean, I'm 45,
Mm.
but most people just can't even keep up with me.
So, it sounds like for a travel agent, you also wouldn't be moving around very much, and there's not a huge job market for that. And then
Yeah.
massage therapist, it still wouldn't give you a great avenue for using your energy and being
Yeah.
very physical and movement. The next one I have on here is a recreational therapist. So that's more like helping people in an artistic and creative way, like maybe doing trauma-informed yoga or art therapy, going outside, so some sort of eco-therapy. Have you ever heard of any of that before?
That's interesting. I've never heard of trauma-informed yoga, but that sounds really interesting.
I know that you're interested in yoga.
Ecotherapy, is that something where we'd be going on hikes and maybe going outside?
Yeah, helping the client connect with nature and kind of the outside world is something bigger than themselves, finding peace and serenity in that.
Do my interests line up with it?
Yeah.
Because it sounds interesting, but I want to make sure.
Yeah. That would, it seems like it would fulfill your creativity need, and your helping others need. So the autonomy and altruism values that you have, it seems like that would be a good fit for those. And empathy is a great skill and strength to have as a therapist.
That's true.
Also having that woo and
woo 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 like that.
Yeah.
All right.
That's also your positivity, your enthusiasm showing. And,
okay.
Also being that includer, so really
Yeah.
helping others to feel like.
Well, that's so interesting. Do you know how much it pays?
So I think it pays on average $21 an hour, and if that's something that you're interested in, we can look at more details and see.